¿Cómo quieres que te bese, mi amor? Si la gente está mirando de allí, esperemos un momento mejor, que quiero besarte así.
My name is Maricel Lucero. I was born in Santiago de Cuba in August 1958. My parents, Blanca Nubo and Oscar Lucero, were college students when they joined the Cuban Revolution. They played significant roles in various revolutionary activities that contributed to the eventual overthrow of the dictator Fulgencio Batista in January 1959. Batista's officers captured and killed my father in April of 1958, 4 months before I was born. As a young schoolgirl, I learned about my father from Cuban history books. I immigrated to the U.S. with my mother, stepfather, and baby brother at the age of 10, leaving behind a significant part of my extended family. After nearly 30 years, I finally made my first trip back to my homeland. It was an emotional experience, to say the least. I reconnected with my Cuban family, who shared heartwarming stories about my father as a young boy, and recounted my parents' passionate yet tragic love story, which left my mother a widow at the age of 21, pregnant with me. Oscar Lucero is considered a hero of the revolution. He earned the title the Martyr of Silence because he refused to reveal the names of other rebels when he was captured. Several schools and universities across the island bear his name. I also learned about the economic hardships faced by the Cuban people since the revolution, partly due to the U.S. embargo, which has been in place since 1962. During his administration, President Obama eased restrictions for Americans to travel to Cuba, but he was not successful in lifting the embargo. When I returned to the U.S., I focused on helping my Cuban family and their community. I was working as the director of a women's community chorus. I invited the women to join me on my next humanitarian trip to Cuba. We were 70 travelers, 30 chorus members and their families, carrying over 3,000 pounds of aid, including medicines, clothing, and toiletries. The aid was donated and distributed through the Second Baptist Church of Santiago to the congregation and wider community. In 2013, I moved to Northampton, Massachusetts. I became part of the salsa dancing community there. I resumed my humanitarian trips to Cuba, this time accompanied by my salsa friends. During our salsa trips, we hired professional Cuban dance instructors and learned to dance salsa, son, and rumba. We continued to bring aid and support to the community for several more years. The COVID-19 pandemic brought everything to a halt. The country closed its doors to tourism for several years, which severely impacted its economy. To make matters worse, the main power plant in Cuba broke down last fall, resulting in widespread power outages across the island for several weeks. Since then, electricity has been rationed. Food and water are rationed. Cuba is currently experiencing its worst economic depression since the revolution. The people are struggling to survive. Seeing my friends and family in this desperate situation led me to reach out to my church community at UCC Boxborough in Massachusetts. Without hesitation, the members of the church have taken action by organizing a benefit concert for Cuba on October 25th, featuring the Boston-based band Sol y Canto, an award-winning Pan-Latin ensemble. I'm grateful to be part of a community that understands and celebrates diversity on a local and international level. We stand beside the Cuban people as they courageously face their challenges and bring hope to them in return.